everyone, welcome back to my garden, and this is the beautiful update of what's going on after about 1 month.
It exploded, as you guys can see, so...
Yeah, it's been about 1 or 2 months actually since we last updated our vlog of our garden, and as you can see we are now having a lot of produce, all the nice peas.
A lot of growth. We already harvested most of our peas, so this is like a second batch.
Yeah, you got peas there.
Yeah, these are snow peas.
Snow peas. But there are then the other peas that are bigger and flatter.
Basically, you have to harvest them pretty early so that they're still like sort of like this, and then they'll taste fine, they'll be fine, but when they're puffy like this one, they'll be very fibery.
Yeah, but for some reason they don't grow so much. As soon as they reach about this size, they start plumping up. The peas inside them start growing.
Have to get them quick.
This is the other peas we've got.
Those are French
beans?
French beans, climbing beans.
Yeah, they're actually doing all right. They're starting to flower right here.
Now, last time we showed you guys the garden. We didn't even have this here. So all of this came from like maybe 6 plants.
Carrots. Now, as you can see, these all right here have been about 4 months growing since the start. So it's been a long time, and finally they're producing. These carrots are not yet ready. I've pulled out one of the carrots the other day, and they were still really small. But the only way you can probably tell that the carrots are ready for harvesting is when you see you see the head of the carrot like this starting to pop out.
Pull one out so they can see how small they are. Just pull one.
We'll pull one out. We'll make sure we pull it out all the way and doesn't crack.
Oh, that's bigger than the other one.
So this is, these are actually, this is bigger than the other one. These are the size carrots we've got at the moment, and I don't think they will grow so big since we don't have a lot of depth of soil. So, yeah.
That's cute. The other one we pulled out was like 1 inch. So this is a big upgrade.
We'll take this inside and eat it.
Yeah.
So next up we've got the cauliflower and the broccoli.
Something's been eating our leaves.
So yeah, we've got all our leaves eaten by probably
caterpillars,
snails like these. You see? But finally, after 4 months, we've got our heads growing, and here we've got another one, really small. We've got 2 insects mating on my cauliflower too.
Oh yeah.
That's all right. We take them off.
Oh look, another one, a third one.
Yeah, third one.
Finally, they're growing.
So cauliflower is making their way, but overall, these broccoli
is the hero of our garden.
Really good. You can see the big head we've got here, and we are actually ready to harvest them today. So I'll bring something to cut that off, and we'll take it inside. Back to where we were. 4 months in the making. We've got 3 lovely big broccolis. We've got more broccoli heads behind here growing, as you can see. Got another one there, another one there, and yeah, final one is still a baby there, but these have done well. And now we're gonna cut this one off and harvest this one. This is the first one we're gonna harvest. You don't want to you don't really want to leave these too long before you harvest them, because they start flowering. We actually left them a bit more than we're supposed to, because as you can see, it's not real tight. It starts to open up from here.
Yeah.
But this is really beautiful. It's the first one since we've had our veggie garden.
We've actually already eaten some of the leaves. I did them in a stir fry. They were lovely. But look at it.
So look at that. Perfect.
It's like we're proud parents all over again.
Now the good thing about cutting the heads off is we've got a good chance that we can get more side shoots. As you can see, we've already have side shoot here. That's one side shoot on. So the good thing about this is you don't need to cut off this and then just pull out the whole plant. You also can juice these plants or even use them as a stir fry. We've already done it.
Even the stems are edible.
Yeah.
So you can basically get a lot out of one plant, which is a plus considering it takes like 4 to 5 months. Wow.
Lovely. Shall we cut the other one off too?
Yeah,
Because it's time.
it is.
Alright. So, second one. I'm trying not to cut the side shoots because it's got a couple of side shoots. As I said, it tends to give us side shoots after we cut this as it goes into shock. That's another beautiful cauliflower.
Broccoli, babe.
Sorry, broccoli. See that?
Yummy.
We'll leave this one
A few more days.
a few more, probably a
Or
week
week.
or two. So yeah, put this aside. I've got this lovely lemon tree. I bought it a couple of weeks ago from a warehouse.
Bunnings warehouse.
It's Eureka. It's a Eureka lemon tree. I've got another lemon tree here that is Mayer. So the difference between these are that these lemons are more kind of yellowish and more tingy. These ones are more of a orangey lemon. That's what I've researched about them, and that's what we'll be having. So it will take a while until they start producing though. This is our lovely yellow avera. This is an avocado plant. It's doing well out here. I'm not too sure if it's in the right like weather condition to be outside, but
It's doing
it's
okay.
doing all right. Lovely fig tree. I love my fruit trees, but it's not the right time to buy big trees, so I buy them small, put them in pots, and hopefully when we buy our own house, we
We'll
can
take care of
plant
them till we can plant them
Yeah.
on the ground.
This avocado seed has come a long way. It's been also about 4 months and it's sprouted. Look how lovely. Couple of leaves coming out now, and it's soon ready to be shifted into a pot.
Yeah, if you're wondering why the water is brown, it's because last time we watered our plants with vitamins. I mixed some into the
Yeah.
avocado water to
So-
give it a bit of a boost.
It's vitamin water, not Coca-Cola.
It would die.
Here we've got all our spinach. So here we've got all our spinach. Thank God they didn't bolt, because we had a couple of few hot days about 2 weeks ago, but these are doing really well. So up to here is all spinach, and we're having really nice big leaves at the back.
The ones that give us the really big leaves, which is this sort of pointy one, this is perpetual spinach.
Perpetual spinach is the big one, and then
Yeah.
we've got Popeye spinach,
We have Popeye somewhere here. And then we have the baby leaf
the baby leaf spinach, yeah.
which were supposed to be these, but as you can see, the growth has been incredible and they're pretty gigantic. They're not baby anymore, which is what we love. Look at this one. There's a big one here. This is a baby leaf. Look at it.
We had bigger than that, but yeah, that's probably the biggest one so far. We pulled out our bok choy that was here. It was bolting, you know, it became like a big,
tall as Matt's head.
too many flowers, and we just pulled it out.
Yeah.
But our lettuce is doing all right too, as you can see.
Pretty good. This is silver beet. We got this new, and this is kale for juicing. Summer's coming.
This is a different type of lettuce we bought a couple of weeks ago.
I think it's iceberg leaf. Oi,
It's
mommy.
doing all right.
Hi, Leo. And Dilom, hi, guys. He's still in his pajamas. Hello, Bubby. Hello.
So this is the one and only big tomato we've got in this plant. This plant has been doing alright lately, because at one point it was the leaves at the bottom were kind of changing color, so we thought the plant is dying out, but yeah, it's alright now, it's growing
We
again.
have a baby one on top as well.
These are broad beans.
Yeah.
We've got 2 broad beans over here. They produce 2 lovely broad beans. I've never tasted broad beans in my life. When I was younger, my mom used to bring all these broad beans at home, and I never used to eat them, but I loved opening them up for her. So that was my job. I open, she eats. And now, for the first time, I'm gonna try broad beans. So looking forward to that.
This is the time, as you can see, it really spread out. We also had to chop down the coriander because it bolted up all the way up here, full of flowers as well. And since then we got some parsley, and these are, I think this is onions and chives. I'm gonna be transferring these to the ground as soon as we get a new spot. So these are the seedlings. We've sowed them about 2 weeks ago, and as you can see, most of them are already sprouting. We're just doing this so that we can shift them outside instead of other veggies when we have more space. We have 1 growth on the blueberry, so hopefully that turns into something.
I don't know if you remember, we started growing our lawn, and now this is what we got.
Such a difference.
Second cut this week. I mean, not second cut this week. This week is the second trim since I started growing them. So
We'll actually insert a picture of what this looked like, I think.
it's looking good.
I think this was the angle.
And now we can finally walk
And look at it
on
now.
the grass, because this grass couldn't be walked on until
Or on
at
the
least 4 or
sprinkler.
5 weeks.
He's running over the sprinkler.
So next we've got our strawberry elevated garden. We have a bit of a problem with the top ones. We'll probably have to prune it, or looks like it's dying out, but we'll see how
But
it
it's
goes.
got plenty of strawberries.
So yeah, we've got all the strawberries there, and as you can see, we've got quite a few strawberries. However, they're a bit small, but you
Yeah.
know, they say that they really produce better on the second year. So we'll see how that goes.
We also have another strawberry plant we hang there.
Yeah, right here. This is doing all right too. I bought it in a pot, so I can leave it hanging. Yeah, it's got a couple of strawberries, flowering, and
Oh, look at this one.
yeah. So probably out of them all, this is the longest to start producing. It takes between 4 to 5, even maybe 6 months max to start producing the Brussels sprouts. It's been here now about 4 months, same like the broccoli and cauliflower, but yes, it's grown in a bush.
Brussels sprouts are supposed to grow on the stems, but
Yeah.
so far we have zero
So
growth.
far we don't have any.
So-
But anytime soon, it's probably been over 4 months now, so we'll see how it goes. With the cabbage on this side, we've got the purple cabbage and the green cabbage. I believe...
Sai Leo.
Naughty, you can't go in there.
Naughty, miskin el plant.
I believe that this is starting to produce cabbage, because you can see that the leaves don't open up as they usually do. They start
Forming heads. Sort of.
That's correct. On those ones, on the purple ones, I'm not too sure if they're starting to form.
We don't know, we're just guessing.
I've got my cherry tomatoes here, and another thing about cherry tomatoes is that I never ate any like raw tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. But
Because
I'm
of their
willing,
squishy center.
yeah, I'm willing to try them out when they grow. So that's another good.
These weren't here when we last did our vlog. So I think we showed you the cherry tomato plants in the greenhouse.
Is this cherry tomato too?
Yes, and we had a runner here. And
Wow.
it just grew out of nowhere.
This just grew out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So it's doing really well, as you can see.
Yeah, can't wait.
Cucumber on this side looks like it's struggling a bit, but
It's growing somehow.
it's growing. For some reason, this asparagus here hasn't
That's crap.
hasn't evolved in anything yet. It's
Matt's
been there
like-
for a couple of months.
Matt said it's
now.
growing, and then a piece of grass is growing
Oh.
through the.
Just broke this one off.
Oh man.
It's alright. Now guys, the most exciting thing here, and don't know how it's going to end up, is our pumpkin. You can see the size of these leaves are bigger than my hands, the palm of my hands. So this is just starting off. I just want to see what this is going to turn out in a couple of months, you know.
I'm actually contemplating moving these to that area
To this area.
because we haven't planted anything there yet, and I think these are gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
And as you can see, they're already covering up the cucumbers.
Yeah, I've done some research on these, and the leaves grow more than double the size as they are at the moment.
These were only 4 plants, mind you, 4 little plants.
But look how
this
beautiful
big.
and big the leaves are.
That's pumpkin. So.
Pumpkin. Can't wait to have our pumpkin growing.
Or pumpkin soup.
But the only downside about this is that it's gonna cover our cucumber on this side. You see, we got a row of cucumber here, and the leaves are already going over. So
I hope they don't die if I move
we
them,
probably need to
but I think we have to move them.
risk it and move it over, or else cut a couple of leaves, and I don't know if that's right thing to do.
Yeah.
So I've planted here all along sunflowers, so once the sunflowers grow, it's gonna be looking amazing.
Gonna look
gonna-
pretty with sunflowers all
Yeah.
over the fence.
It is. Don't look at the fence. I mean, this is some extra stuff I brought from work and made it up. So
From
I'll probably
leftovers.
probably try and change that over if I have something better to put. But yeah, thinking about the sunflowers at the back,
Uh-oh,
they're
Leo.
gonna look
Uh-oh,
first
Leo.
class.
And this is a little flower patch. And we planted about 3 different, or 4 different, I'm not sure. 3 different flower seeds here. And they're already growing.
One more downside about this area right here is that the sun doesn't fully reach this area during the day, because it's not summer yet. So hopefully when the sun shifts over a little bit more to that side, then we'll get sun all day for our sunflowers, because sunflowers need a lot of sun. But in the morning time, early morning hours, we get sun on this half, and then in the evening we get sun on the other half. But during the day, the sun is probably up till here. We'll see how it goes. Come over on this side. I'll show you the last thing is the raised garden bed we've got. Planted a lot of stuff in here.
This
In the other vlog.
wasn't even ready in the last vlog.
Was it?
No.
Okay. That's been a long time.
Yeah.
So as you can see, everything was this size, and you can see the difference that these are in now and the size of these that are still really
Tiny.
Yeah, tiny, you could say. These are rock melon over here.
Yeah, so basically from here to here, they're all rock melon.
Now I know, do not judge me on the spacing, because we are aware of the spacing. It's really close to each other, but
Yeah.
we don't have so much space, so we're gonna just go for it this way.
Plus, not all
And-
of them are gonna survive. A couple of these already died.
Yeah, and we'll
So-
see how it goes. These are watermelon right here.
Just these few.
We've got our zucchini, our first zucchini flowering right there.
Oh, look at
Beautiful. Look at the zucchini is growing at the back. You could
it?
see it
Oh yeah.
right there. That's gonna be the zucchini. Beautiful. And yeah, that's the only one. We've got another flowering there.
Fun.
See how it goes. Leo. Okay. Eggplant over here. Although I'm not a big fan of eggplant, so probably Thais will be eating that.
Yeah, but
For the
you're
rest.
keen on trying
Yeah, but-
everything else, aren't you? Keen on trying some eggplant?
I'm not too sure.
Can
I
do
don't
an
really like
eggplant
the
parmigiana.
texture. No, I don't like the texture of eggplant, but
Yeah, he hates it.
Yeah, you can.
It's
hard for
okay.
me
You
to like
can
everything.
you can start from the tomatoes. I'll be happy with that.
What are these? These are
Those are
selection.
yeah, they're
What are
roots
these?
or like radishes maybe, and
Okay, so these grow
they
underneath.
grow underneath. I'm not even sure what they are, but you know, we just
Alright.
went to Bunnings and wanted to get one of each thing.
Chili. I'm not a big fan of chili either, but it's nice to have chili in the garden, so why not?
Yeah, they're gonna look lovely when they're
And
grown.
last but not least, we've got another couple of bok choy here growing. We had a lot of bok choy on the other side, pulled them out because they were bolting, and same with these, they're also bolting. So I'll have to start cutting off the
flower heads.
or else
Baby. Oh no,
all the
Woody.
nutrients will go in the flowers and not in the bok choy itself.
Yeah, I think we'll have a break from bok choy after this batch.
Yeah, we will. We must, because they're bolting too quick now.
Yeah, it's too
And
hot for them.
It's getting too hot. Next week is gonna even be hotter. It's gonna heat up. We're gonna have a couple of 30 degrees days. So some of the plants are gonna go in shock and start bolting. For you guys who don't know what's bolting, bolting is when they start to produce flower instead of the veg itself.
Yeah, like this bit.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff we need to cut out, unless you're not gonna let it bolt, so you pick up the seeds for save them up for next year. But at this point in time, that's not our intention. So we want to eat. Nom 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 nom. I love sharing my passion with everyone, and I encourage people to start growing veggies if they haven't. It's something different, but once you start doing it, you love it.
It's pretty fulfilling as
Yeah,
well.
it's fulfilling, especially when you get to eat your veggies from the garden. It's next level, you know, a total different level. It's been a pleasure showing you my garden once again. I'll try and not leave it too long this time for another garden update. Hopefully we'll have some other veggies.
And sunflowers.
Sunflowers, yeah. Now that summer's kicking in, it's the last month of spring, I reckon, right now. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I know, as I said, that not everyone's keen on being in the garden and enjoying their veggies. So whoever has a garden like this and growing veggies, I'm sure he'll enjoy this kind of vlog. So subscribe, like this video, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.